at me, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. The moon that lingered over London town, poor puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he know we two were so in love? The whole darn world seemed upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and said goodnight, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square.
First daffodils and long excited cables and candlelight on little corner, and still my heart has wings. These foolish things remind me of you. The sigh of midnight trains in empty stations, silk stockings thrown aside, dance invitations. Oh, how the ghost of you clings. These foolish things remind me of you. They seem to bring you near to me. The scent of smoldering leaves, the wail of steamers, two lovers on a street who walk like dreamers. Oh, how the ghost of you feel. These foolish things
I saluted him. And he saluted me back. All right, Tony. What, he's giving something?
There'll be bluebirds, the white lips of just wait and see. I'll never forget the people I met, braving those angry skies. I remember well as the ship.
Your attention, please. Would you please take your seats because the guest of honor is about to arrive. Quiet, please. Everybody stand.
good morning, and I would like to see you the third year running, as far as I'm concerned. I would like to introduce to you two gentlemen from the current 19th company, RLC rather. You don't mind that? Yeah. On my right is Major David Smith, who is the acting company commander of the squadron at the moment, because most of the squadron is in Kosovo. Yeah, correct. Moving tanks around there. And also on his right is the quartermaster of the 3rd Division, fighting division. He is the quartermaster, but used to be in 19th Squadron. So I'd like to welcome Mr. Major Winslow. Widows. And Major Smith. They'll come round and talk to you. And Major Widows is the gentleman who organizes the big tank transporter reunion in the Adelphi Theatre Hotel in London. No, Liverpool. God, I'm not with it this morning. Thank you.
On behalf of the committee, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to everyone here this afternoon. I know that many of you have travelled a long way just to be here with us on this our 4th reunion. That is very commendable, and we appreciate it very, very much. It makes it all very worthwhile. Do we have Mr. Bill Nurse here yet? No?
Is there a gentleman in the audience who knows the words of the concept of the house? You're there. You're supposed to be there. Anyone wants to go to the
You do it, right? Okay, just a moment. On a more somber note, I would like you all to remember those who unfortunately are no longer with us, especially Mr. David Avery's and Mr. Gordon Cook, who passed away this year. So I would like to call upon Fred Seabury to read the lament, and we'll hold a minute's silence to honour not only those two I've already mentioned, but all other members and partners who are no longer with us. Fred? Everybody stand, please.
They shall not hear them, who will listen them. But those them of the soul and the Lord, we will remember them.
We will remember them. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a long time, isn't it? Can be. And it's a long time, isn't it? In 10 seconds you think you've done a minute.
Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, our original guest, Major General Ian Baxter, is unfortunately unable to attend today. Thank you. Because it appears that his wife has had a heart attack and gone into hospital, so Major Smith has kindly consented to stand in for him. You'll have to excuse me, ladies, because I prepared a speech and then we had all this palaver, and unfortunately I don't really know where I am. As you can see, once again, there is a photographic display on the stage depicting our days at Willingale, Barton Stacey and Raffle. We are extremely grateful to all those who have contributed their photographs and memorabilia freely, and especially Jack Carter, who organised the display. Some of the photos have been altered to accommodate a new display, so please take time to look at them. During the afternoon, we will be having a raffle and an auction in aid of funds to hold another reunion next year, if you so wish it. Also, there will be a presentation later on. Jack Carter will organise that for us. Are you ready for the toast? I would now like to ask the guest of honour if he would just say a few words, please.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I've come completely unprepared to say anything, to be perfectly frank with you, and that's the first admission. I guess the second admission is that it was a great surprise to walk in here and to find that some of my friends from the beginning of my service in town transporting many years ago, and who could probably tell some very embarrassing tales about me in my former years, sat on my right. And that did come as a great surprise, I can assure you. It's probably best that thing keeps going in and out. We travelled up from Bulford this morning, myself and Blackie. We felt that we really did want to make that journey. We really did want to be here today because I met a number of you down in Bulford at a recent visit that some of you made to 19 Squadron. Blackie is involved in the reunion, which is run now at Liverpool each year, and actually organises that event, which I know a large number of you will go to. We both said on the way up that, if you like, we wanted to be here because we see this as actually our continuation for when we leave the service, and we will undoubtedly then become an audience somewhere because we will then form the associations that you now have. We know how important that is for you, and we know how important that will be for us. So we are very, very grateful to be here today, and for the invite, very generous invite, and the kind invitation to come along. We hope to come round and see you all later on. Blackie, I know, wants to continue to advertise the reunion, and I would welcome you all to take advantage of that later on this year up in Liverpool. It's a great event, and a lot of you can renew some friendships with people. But in the meantime, thank you very much for inviting us. It is a great honour for us to be here. We thank you very much for that honour, and I look forward to at least getting the chance of a chat, hopefully a few beers so that I can calm down, and we will enjoy the afternoon with you. Thank you very much indeed. No. I'm going to get drunk.
I don't need a mic for the next little bit. During the day, as most of you members know, we do a video which is being looked at as well of the whole of the proceedings for the day. We're changing the format of the video this year. We're now going to do interviews with people who want to interview. Now, we don't want you to be shy when we call on you to interview you. What we like, we're going to interview you. We don't have to do it, but we're going to have a go. And what we want to do is interview you as members, and we call at various times during the afternoon. Come up on the stage, put up some chairs up there, and we'll video the interviews, which will go on your video at the end of the day. So don't be frightened, ladies and gentlemen. We can all make mistakes on camera. I understand anything. So, when we call on you, we would like you to watch it. Cool. I've been listening to it. All right? Thank you very much.
Would you like to say a few words, Blackie?
No, it's all right, because I'm going to go red light.
Okay.
He's afraid to be
Somebody tell me,
Sorry? Where the camera?
That concludes the speeches for now, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy yourselves. Oh yes, we have one for the dogs in a moment.
Can we start moving around and get your drinks? Can I get you a drink?
There is one more thing. Due to the fact that Major General Baxter is unable to be with us because of his wife's illness, we are going to send a get well card. And we're going to bring it round. We'd like every one of you to sign it. If you would do that, please. Thank you very much. Has everyone a glass of wine in front of them? Anyone who hasn't got one?
Anybody who hasn't got one?
Would you please take your seats? Because we are now going to close the royal toast. I'm going to call upon Mr. Norman Myers to propose the royal toast. Over to you, Norman.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you got?
Quick.
Start, David.
I'll see what in this
Propose the toast to Andy Company, DBC Company, right on 6th Street.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Norman. Flowers on your behalf. Thank you. Now dig deep in your pockets because Clip's coming round with Jack's going.
Well now, I've got three gentlemen here, all 336 company men, and firstly, I'd like to talk to Mr. Norman Myers. Norman, what are you going to tell us?
Well, Frank, it's a new thing, this, and it's the first time we've done this, and you've got me on the hook. But can tell you all kinds of things, but you set me up. You asked me a question.
Well, you started at Willingale and you were a fitter and well known as a fitter. You spent quite a few years on the roadside, I remember, repairing one or another, didn't you?
Well, I certainly did, but I remember my time at Willingale because I'd been bored to tears before I got to tank transporting. I'd been in a little company in Cheltenham, looking after ambulances. And I was bored to tears. There was no work, there was nothing to do. And the army was not a very pleasant place in them days because all the NCOs were demob happy and they weren't interested in young men like me. I was interested in doing my service. I'd been in the army about a year and I got this post into 336 Company, Chipinonga. Willingale, Spain it was, Chipinonga. And I thought, Christ, I'm going to Burma. I've never heard of Chipinonga. But it was, I think, one of the defining days of my life, really, because as soon as I got there, I knew that I was going to enjoy the work. The conditions were atrocious. And I'm glad we'd never heard of civil rights and civil liberties then. Because if anybody had tried to do it today, what they did to us, what we were expected to put up with, nobody would do it. But it was just up my street. I thoroughly enjoyed myself at Willingale. I could please myself. I was good at my job. Nobody bothered me. And there were no soldiering. That's what I liked about it most of the time. No silly parades, and no other than a fire picket now and again. That's what we did. I hope that set the scene thing.
I remember once, I couldn't understand how you got a Diamond Day water pump down and back so quick. And I never did find out. I thought I was pretty quick, but I never found out until years and years later. You let it out in an article that you wrote about your time. You used to take the fuel relay to set off, didn't you?
I did.
I never thought of it. I'll tell you one thing though. I once went on a lorry park and I can't remember where it was, and there was a great big puddle of oil soaking into the ground, and somebody says, "Hi, Norman Myers has been here, he's doing a water pump." I said, "I can't think what he's been doing to make so much oil." Now I found out. Thank you, Norman.
Thank you, it was lovely.
And next we've got Mr. Dennis Heaton, and Dennis was at Willingale too, wasn't he?
Yes, I was in Workshops Company.
Yeah.
I was record driver.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ward of France.
Ward of France, yeah. Petrol engine.
Yeah.
It hadn't got a starter motor on it. It had been ordered for I think 18 months, but due to Lend-Lease, we didn't get one.
We were skinned because we had to
have a push start. We also had a Mack, which we used to pinch because it was a much better truck than the Ward of France were towing. But, and also a Scammer, which was absolutely useless. We used to have to stand up to turn the wheel and get the yes, Willingale and 336 were a smashing unit because it was a working unit, and as I said, no bullshit, or it was all work and quite a lot of play as well. You know, I swam for the company at Chelmsford in '47 and got as far as the finals of the Southern Command. And they got knocked out with an Olympic champion, unfortunately. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yes, Willingale was a very, very a nice place to be. Yes, yeah.
You didn't get far in Stacey, did you?
No. I came out and joined Willingale at the when they first moved there. I was in London for about 12 weeks, and then we moved down to Willingale.
Was you at Cockfosters?
Yeah, Cockfosters, yeah. And at Cockfosters, they used to have the workshops of Cockfosters was in a mews, and it was quite a place. Fire picket was very, very coveted because everybody volunteered for it. Because there was a row of cottages opposite the workshop, and there was a young lady who used to get dressed every night with the curtains open, and even all the officers used to come down to have a look. And I've known them to start the diamond teas up to get the air up, to get the windscreen wipers going, so that they could sit in the dry.
That's it. That's typical 336.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you, Dennis. Now then, next one we have Mr. Walter Warner. And I think I'm right in saying you were on tank transporters right the way through your army life.
Yes, right the way through from...
In two different units.
Yep, 335, 336 and 19 Company. I joined 336 at Barton Stacey, and I'd come from abroad. I'd done a few years abroad. I came back home for a month's leave, and they told me to report to Barton Stacey. I walked up to the guard room, there was a corporal standing there. He looked at me and he said, "What the dickens are you doing here?" And I said, "Well, I've been posted." "Why?" He said, "You're not big enough to drive a tank transport to go on." He said, "You're not supposed to be here." I said, "Well, I'm sorry, I am." And I showed him the papers, and then I heard a voice. And I thought, my God, I recognise that. It was a sergeant, Sergeant Winters. And he was yelling, "Oi, Titch!" I knew who it was then. I turned round and he said, "I want you." I said, "What's up?" He said, "You're on training wing." I said, "Oh no." He said, "Oh yes." I said, "I thought I was going to go on the road." He said, "No, I want you on training wing." And that's where I was. Went on to training wing, went with you up to Ramby, where I enjoyed myself very much. Spent the rest of my time at Ramby on diamond teas, and I was fortunate to be able to go down to Basingstoke and pick up the first mighty antar the British Army had on the road. And I brought it back to Ramby, and we used it in training until I was demobbed in 1951. That's the story of me and 336 and 19.
Yeah. You made the front page of the soldier, didn't you?
I did. I don't know how, but I did.
Well, you had a nice photograph in the room of you taking delivery of a new man's car, isn't it?
That's right. Yep.
First one we had.
First one we had. And as soon as I come through the gate, everybody wanted to drive it. Oh, what else do you want to know?
Not everybody wanted to repair it.
That's true. That's true. Especially the jack shafts.
Quite.
Yeah.
That's dreadful.
Oh no.
Anyway, thank you, Walter.
That's all right.
It was a Lancashire one.
We've got a couple of gentlemen, again, old 336 company men, and both of them, I think, Willingale, Barton Stacey and Ramby. Firstly, Mr. Ray Pritchard.
Hello, yes.
Alan Ray, you spent a long time with the unit, didn't you?
Quite a time, yeah.
Yes, I know. I remember you've been in it a long time when I joined it.
About 5 years.
Yes, I think you must have been. And I know quite a few photographs of you at different times as well.
Sadly to say.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You're one of the lucky fellas. You haven't altered very much in those years, you know.
Oh, well.
I recognise who you are.
Yeah.
That's good living and bad living.
Well, there you go, you say. Anyway, hey, tell us one or two happy memories or whatever, amusing memories that you've got of your time with us.
Oh my God, a bit humorous.
Well, did you ever finish up on £7 a week?
On
£7 a week?
Oh yeah, quite a few weeks on that.
Oh yeah.
Like most of us, I think, didn't we?
Certainly did,
yeah.
A very difficult and embarrassing time indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, word it was. Oh yeah.
Well, what happened?
We just had to work a bit harder when we was out of camp, didn't we?
You're right about that. Sitting here with me as well, I've got Mr. Henry Ashworth, again, Willingale, Barton, Stacey and Ramsey. Hello, Henry.
Hello, Frank. Nice to see you again, and it's nice to be at the reunion again. So I'm with this. I'm not really with him. You've lumped me with him, and I really didn't want to be with him. You know when they say one volunteer is better than 10 press men?
That's right.
My godfathers. They needed 10 press men for me to volunteer to sit with him. So
I didn't know when you popped Lou.
But to come back to the 7 shillings a week, Frank, I was on it for quite a while, and it was hard. So they said, well, would you like to pay it off quick? And I said, well, would you like to take it at 3 and 6? So 3 and 6 a bloody week. And that was all through maladministration, if you like, call it what you like. But it's funny now, but it wasn't funny at the time, I can assure you. But there was all sorts of incidents, wasn't there, as you know. And I don't know if you can relate any, but I always remember one particular incident when there'd been an accident at Stroud, and the wagon which was being picked up had got the axles taken off, straight off, sheared straight off. And this staff sergeant came, I can't think of his name now, and he pulled it onto a recovery trailer, and we got it on, and it was squeaking. So I said, that bloody thing sliding off. He said, no. He said, it stresses and strains. Well, we had our hands on the trailer, the bloody off the bloody trailer, and he was saying it was stresses and strains. But you can go on, and you know, as the years have gone.
Wasn't it you once carrying a First World War tank? You knocked over the telegraph box?
No, that's right, yeah. No, what it was, we picked this thing up at Bovington, and the guns used to be on the side. So I'd said to them, whenever we moved tanks, you used to have to lock it, as they say. And on this particular occasion, I said, are they locked? Oh, yes, she said. Well, we're gaily going down the road towards Aldershot, it was. And as the 2 tank turret guns had swung open, and a fellow said, you're knocking on the bloody telegraph post. But fortunately, in those days, and I'm going back 50 bloody years or whatever, there wasn't a lot of traffic on the road, so there wasn't a lot of danger. I mean, you were lucky in those days. I know it was a hard and a tough old job. We've just been talking about it, haven't we? It was a pneumonia bloody job then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, and I think most of the lads here now, if they told the truth, they're all crippled with bloody arthritis in one form or another.
True.
So, in those days, I can safely say it was the happiest and the best years of our lives, because the traffic wasn't as great, people were friendly. I was even looking at Retford here, Retford Town Hall Square. And I said to the lady I'm with today, I said, you know, on that square, we did a Guard of Honour. Don't you remember it, Frank? On Remembrance Day.
That's right, yeah.
And then there used to be a cafe there called Joe's Transport Cafe. Remember that?
Yeah,
anyway,
that's right, yeah.
on this transport cafe and on the square, all the big lorries used to pull on at night. And that little street opposite, that was the main A1. And we've got a picture, if you can see it somewhere, of a wagon and trailer going down the old A1. And that street, if you looked at it today, so I don't believe it, because pedestrianised. And little shops there.
Well, the photograph of one of our diamond teas and a 40-tonner going with the 10. It was Johnny Appleby and Bill Marshall, wasn't it?
That's right,
yeah. By the lamppost. Which was it? I think it was Bill Marshall holding Appleby up while he was tying the sheet there.
That's right. Well, oddly enough, I've still got the copy of the Soldier magazine, the original pages from that magazine, and I think I've shown them to you and I sent you a photocopy, and I got some coloured ones done, and I gave them to Major Widows, and because, as you know, he's actively involved in it all. So on that basis, there is a bit of a history of Redford and the associations with. How long were you here for, Frank?
Pardon?
How long were we here for?
Me?
No, you know, how long were the units in Redford, at Ranby?
We moved in 1950 and the unit moved away in 1969.
Oh, 69, yeah. But we'd long gone, hadn't we?
Oh,
we'd escaped then.
Well, yeah.
We'd escaped, hadn't we? Yeah.
You're talking about photographs, actually, and I mean, we're surrounded with them here. There's 5 over the back here, 1 by itself and then 4 in a line. Peddler, I suppose you both remember Peddler all right. And, you know, it really takes you back looking at old Peddler outside of his 42, and then there's him there with Barney Shield changing the front tyre. And, well, I can just imagine the dialogue that's going on.
Yeah.
What a pair.
Yeah. Well, I knew Barney and Peddler, of course, very well. Like I knew yourself, you know. But I did, well, we were both all in the same platoon. We were in A platoon. You were in B, C. Yeah. So on that basis, you know, we did, and of course, I knew you, if I ever had anything wrong with the wagon, I always used to come up to you, you know. So on that basis, we built up this rapport, didn't we? And it's nice to know that eventually this has all happened, you know, and it's been good. It's one of the best things that's happened in a long time.
It's just a pity as it never happened a number of years ago.
It's a funny thing you're saying that, Ray, because that's exactly what Jim Harrow's widow said to me. The last time I was talking to her, she said, if only it could happen 5 years sooner, Jim could have seen this. And, you know, he'd really appreciate it. And I know he would. He would. Anyway.
I know with, just to conclude, with Peddler Palmer, of course, not more than 200 yards away from here, I think, is where he's buried. And the last time I was here, I went down, and it was quite an evocative time for me, because it stood there, and when you know somebody very, very well, just like poor old Sam, you know, you start to miss people, of course. That's on a sad note, but on a happy note, I'm pleased to be here today. I'm not going to say anything about my friend here.
All right, well, thanks very much.
You're welcome, you're very welcome. Thank you very much.
You didn't catch that last.
Right, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Nice to see you here. One of our reunions. Would you like to introduce yourself to the camera, probably?
Yes, certainly. I'm Major Blackie Widows, and I'm currently serving as the quartermaster with 3 UK Div Signal Regiment in Bulford.
Right, very nice to have you here. And you, sir?
Dave Smith, currently quartermaster of 19 Tank and erstwhile OC for a while, because a good part of the squadron's away in Kosovo and Bosnia at the moment, and I get to look after what's left behind.
Right. Well, it's very nice to see you both here, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I know you have your reunion of your own, which is being held at Liverpool this year, but our reunion, of course, is for 336 company members and 19 company members, and we have it annually every year, as you know, and it's very nice to have you here as our guest today. Have you enjoyed yourself with what you've seen? Is it quite what you expected then?
I think so, very much what I expected, and probably a good deal more, in that, you know, there's obviously a lovely, welcoming spirit to the place, and everybody, you know, is enjoying meeting up with old friends and renewing acquaintances. And I think, you know, the backdrops with all the photographs and all the rest of it, you know, just focus people in on the reason that they're here. And they're obviously thoroughly enjoying their time, and it reinforces what we thought when some of the people here today came down to Bulford Camp a couple of months ago, and visited us down in that location. We, the squadron, enjoyed having them with us, and we had a great day. And you know, today just reinforces all that we thought, and we think you know, this is something that we hope will go on in the future, and 19 Squadron currently can continue to meet up with 19 Squadron, its predecessors.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is my second visit here. I haven't been for about 3 years, and really the last time I came was to promote the larger reunion that's held in Liverpool every year. And I've certainly seen an increase in numbers, a lot of old faces, which is always nice. And as Dave said, you know, we had 42 that came down to Bulford for the day, and you know, we thoroughly enjoyed it. And you know, maybe it's something that we can continue in the future, depending on the squadron's commitments, of course. But you know, maybe not every year, but perhaps in the future we could arrange a similar visit down. And I'm certainly going to be in Bulford for the next 3 years, and it'd be nice to invite some of the members down. And what's really nice about this is that here you've probably got 2 generations, possibly bordering on 3 generations of tank transporter men. Up in Liverpool we have 4 generations, and you know, everybody gets on fine with everybody else, and we've all got something in common, regardless of how many years we've served or how many years we've been out of the job. Everybody's got something in common, and that's usually telling inflated drag stories, you know, which is great. So I've had a thoroughly good time. Thanks for the invite.
Well, you're very welcome, sir, and I'm sure on behalf of the committee and the members, we thank you very much for coming. We hope to see you again, and thanks very much for this interview.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
Well now, we've a couple of ladies here who were involved with the unit at one time or another. And firstly, Mrs. Sylvia Bland.
Hello there.
Hello. Nice to see you. You've come a long way to see us.
Yes, and I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it.
It's the second time you've been to one of our parties.
It is. And I've been made very, very welcome.
Oh, thank you. Nice.
Yes, very welcome.
Now then, your husband used to be fairly well committed with the unit in his time, wasn't he?
That's right.
And held a fairly important post as well, didn't he?
He did that, yes.
He was the second best doctor.
Yes. Yes.
There's quite a number of people here who attended him at different times, I know.
That's right.
Yeah. And then I think he became a mess waiter at Ramsey, did he not?
That's it, yes, the officers' mess.
Yeah. And you got married at Barton Stacey, did you?
No.
At Ramsey?
Essex.
And then you lived up here in Retford?
Retford.
And did you have a married quarter at that time?
Yes.
Right. And probably at the same trouble as a lot of other people with damp, I suppose.
Damp? Don't mention it.
Yeah, it was a bit of an ongoing sore, that, wasn't it?
Yes, it was that.
Yes.
That much so that I couldn't stand it. I went home and left Alan to finish his time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had another, 12 months to do.
Very good.
Yeah. Yes.
And do you think the town's changed very much while you've been away?
Oh, I say. Like coming to a strange place. Yeah.
Oh, well, we can't certainly have it, nothing else, hasn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now next, Mrs. Mary Palmer.
Hello there.
And you've been involved with it for a very long time.
That's right.
Your husband was a very well-known and popular man in the unit.
Was. Everybody called him Peddler.
That's right, they did. There's 5 nice photographs of him just on the board behind us, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
I think you gave those to us, didn't you?
I did. I gave them to Jack Spring here.
Yeah, I thought you did.
Yeah.
Well, you can recognise him. He never changed very much, did he?
No, he never did. No.
And 2 of the photos there, I see that he's got one of his very close pals with him.
Scout Shields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you remain good friends for the rest of their respective lives, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
I thought you did.
When he used to come over here in a big lorry.
Yeah.
And my husband used to be at work. He used to go up for a bath.
Yeah.
Come downstairs, dressed in my husband's clothes. So, as you know, Peddler, he used to say, funny that, Scouse, he says, I've got a jacket and trousers like that. Are you really? He said, yeah. And they were his clothes all the time, you know. And terrible twins they were.
In those days, Big Barney, was he still wearing those brown and white shoes he used to like so well?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He had those half back, I can remember them.
Yeah.
I have a photograph at home of him wearing those shoes.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, that's right.
Quite a character. Well, they both were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to think back, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Some lovely memories. Lovely memories. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much, lady.
Thank you. Right.
Enjoy it. Well now, we've two gentlemen here who were together a long time ago, driver and mate on a diamond tea and trailer. And firstly, we've got Mr. Fred Seabury, who was in the driving seat. Right, Fred?
Yeah, well, I was in 19 Company RASC between 1958 and 1963. I can honestly say it was the best days of my life. I really enjoyed myself. I was amongst quite a lot of very nice people, hard workers. The officers in the camp, we got on very, very well with them. And what more can I say?
Well, during the time you were with the unit, you had an officer who we should have had here today.
Yeah, that's right, Frank. It's Major General Ian Baxter.
That's right, yes.
Unfortunately, we had a telephone call to say that his wife has been seriously ill and they couldn't make it today.
No.
They're very sadly missed. But Ian, Mrs. Baxter, if you're looking at this video, we hope you get better soon, and I shall be in touch on the telephone anyway, within a day or two.
Very good.
We're thinking about you, and we hope to see you next year.
Indeed we do. Well, actually Major General Baxter rang me yesterday morning to give me the news, and I know he'd like to have come, but well, the invitation will very likely be there for next year, anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Okay then, thank you. And now, you were the trailer mate for a good long time for this gentleman, I believe. And travelled fairly far and wide with him.
Oh yes, sir. Some good times together, huh?
Yeah. And were you the lad that took the photograph of him coming up that hill on the North Road?
No, I don't think so, no.
It's a different one, that was. That was Ted Franklin.
Oh, that's Ted Franklin.
But he's not here.
No, he's not here, no.
No, you probably knew this. He presented the photograph of that to the guests last
I see, yes, sir.
Yeah, it came out very well, and really pleased with that, yeah. And you live in Newark now, do you?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I used to live in Newark when the state was in 19 Squadron.
Oh, I see, yeah. And
travelled back and forth on a bus.
You've got happy memories of being at Raffle?
Oh yes, great times.
Oh well, I'm pleased.
Very magic times it was.
Tell them about the time we was attached to the Royal Scots Guards, Jack.
Oh well, but that was a different thing. We're told that it was up in Scotland, Fred and I. Had a holiday sort of style.
Yeah. Jock and I, we was on the same wagon and trailer together, and we was on a recruiting campaign with the Royal Scots Guards. And while we was up there, we parked up for the night, and we went in the chip shop, Jock and myself. Now this chip shop was divided into two sections. One half of it was where you can go and get your fish and chips takeaway. The other half was where you could sit down and eat your chips. I don't know where we were somewhere up in Scotland. It was my turn to get the chips, and I went up to the man behind the counter. I said, fish and chips please, twice. And this voice from the other side of the wall, he says, is that you, Freddie Seabury? Now, I knew nobody in Scotland, only Jock. I thought, I recognised that voice. I says, is that you, Mr. Baxter? And he stuck his head round the wall. Can you remember, Jock? And he invited us to take our fish and chips to eat him, and we ate them off the plate in the posh area.
Very nice.
Good fellas.
Yeah, lovely.
That's when we was on holidays, of course, because we was always on holidays in 19 Squadron, see?
Yeah, that's right.
We never stayed up camp too long. Because we got some sergeant major, was it? Used to chase you around, did he?
Top of ground.
Yeah. Well, he's on haircut. Something weird in his head, he was always saying haircuts. But we was always out on the road. As soon as we got out on the road, the better.
Yeah.
There was no haircuts on the road. So
well, thank you very much, boys.
Cheers,
thank you very much. Yeah. Well, now, we've got two more gentlemen here with 336 Company and 19 Company as well, subsequently. And firstly, we've got Mr. Bill Nurse. Now, Bill, you served for about 12 years, but some of that was as an infantryman and a paratrooper, was it not? You were a corporal with us, I remember.
Yes, but I did get made up to the finish. I got my 3 stripes in the finish.
There's one or two rather nice photographs of you, not very far from here.
Yeah, I know.
When you were a young man.
That's right.
But you had quite a bit of service, didn't you?
Yeah.
And
I was 16 when I went from home and joined up.
As young as that? No word. It's a long time to be in from that age. And you'd be in by the time the war started then.
And when I was there to seek a pincher. You lost a lot of your mates, you see. When the when the war broke out, they was mobilised the fortnight before that from the territorials, so you lost loads and loads of your mates, you know, being called up. So I served with the Essex Regiment, Royal West Kents, and then I volunteered for the Paris.
Yeah.
And then I come to the service corps, but I got blown over in Palestine.
Yeah. How long were you with the tank transport?
46 to 52.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's quite a long time, actually. Did you enjoy it?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, we worked hard, we played hard and everything, didn't we?
Yeah.
When I first went to Willingale, I got sent to Alma Barracks Blackdown to do a tank transporter course on the old Scammels, you know, the old 15 gig gate change. And then I had to do a tank course. You know what the was going for? So I've done 6 weeks on it.
And you joined the unit at Willingale, didn't you? And now Gordon Capstick.
Yes.
You worked with it quite as long as that, but you were certainly at Ranby, I know.
Yeah.
And
Barton Stacey and Ranby.
oh yes, at Barton Stacey too.
Yeah.
That's right. So you've been with us quite a long time then, all in all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And did you enjoy your time?
I did. Well, I did, and well,
as good as could be expected.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it? And, you know.
And in later life as a civilian, you started to take a great amount of interest in the Gurkhas.
Yeah.
Which you still do now.
Well, my main interest was badge collecting.
That's right, yes.
And then I didn't do service with the Gurkhas, but it's just something I took an interest in from the Gurkha Welfare Trust, and it snowballed from there. And I finished up. Well, I support the Gurkhas. I support. He passed away, an ex-Gurkha, and he was in the Royal Indian Army Service Corps, and he passed away, and now I support his wife, Sonny.
I wonder if you could tell me something. I saw it on the early morning news a few days ago, and I only saw part of it. They were vacating the accommodation they have in Hampshire, some Gurkha regiment. Does that mean that they're all going back home again, or are they going to be based somewhere else in Britain?
Oh no, they're stationed in various localities.
Oh, I see. I didn't understand.
Well, the Gurkha Transport Regiment is stationed at Colchester.
Is it? I didn't know.
Yeah.
I saw them sometimes abroad, but it's part of the army I don't know anything much about. I rely on books like you can tell. Oh, thank you. Anyway.
So I had every Gurkha regiment badge available I have in my collection. You know?
Yeah.
Mind you, it's taken a long time to,
that's right, yeah.
you know, and it's worked out quite an expensive hobby now, you know, you can't...
And as time goes on, these things get more and more expensive.
Well, I can remember I used to pay 6pence and a shilling for them, but now it's all paper money, and you know, it's...
And then, of course, travelling to get the stuff.
Well, yeah.
Because they don't sell it next door, do they?
It's just these light affection...
Anyway, thank you very much for your help, gentlemen, and we hope you enjoy the afternoon.
Thank you.
As you will see over there, there's a machine which does the numbers automatically. The very first prize will be the bouquet of flowers. After that, it's a choice of your own. You come up and you pick any prize you want. But the very first one will be the bouquet. Okay, so here we go. The first number is 736. Guess who's won it, Jack? Right, second number. And the second number is 107. Doesn't matter whether it's pink or white. It's going to be white. 107.
Okay.
Next number. 858. 858.
It's worth quite a bit. It's a collector's item. I know this because I deal with collector's items. And it's worth everything that you bid on it. Can we open the bidding at £10? Can we open it at 10? We've got 10 at the back. The colonel give us 10. Any more on 10? 15. 15 we've got there in the middle. Any increase on 15? Come on, give it another 5. Give it another 5. Make it 20. 20 we've got. Any more on 20? You can go up in twos if you want. 20, 25. We've got 25. Come on, it's worth more than 25, brothers. Any more? 25. Any more? 25 going once. 25 going twice. 25, it's yours.
We've asked the lady to cut the cake, so we want to take a photograph of it, get the cameras ready now. I'll now call on Lady Farmer to cut the cake. Thanks, Ray.
This is a lovely way to spend an evening. Can't think of anything I'd rather do. This is a lovely way to spend an evening. Can't think of anyone as lovely as you.